Well, the circle got broken. What can I say? Um, it wasn't really a circle, but like I said, well, basically, I'm an epic creator. I've been alive or been in existence for 100 trillion years. So anyway, and people wanted to kill me basically by the time I was like 9 years old. So some action had to be taken. Like I say, Rodney and Rick Bush and a bunch of other people be like, "Oh, Brian's crazy," but I mean that's whatever. Anyway, they've been saying that for years. And anyway, they were doing a lot of other stuff too. Basically, Nixon was trying to blow up the world. Anyway, like I say, and you can, like I say, you can actually talk to some people, some pilots that worked on the jets, and also some people that were the Secret Service. Like I say, just talking to a couple of the Secret Service agents that were around between 1940 and 1960 would tell you everything you need to know. At some point in time, one of the presidents was actually trying to kill all the Secret Service agents that were working between 1930 and 19 like if you look the Secret Service agents between 1920 or 19 some year and basically 1960 or something whenever the Secret Service actually got started. And there maybe actually be several different groups that were actually Secret Service. I think there was a changeover at some point in time. I forget. I don't really know. Like I say, but a lot of the old Secret Service agents were fired or killed, or fired then killed, basically, in mysterious accidents. Like I said, working for the Secret Service for the American government or the United States government was a very dangerous job, and mostly it was your own government that was trying to kill you. That's what most people don't say. And a lot of people would say, well, it's a dangerous job. It's actually, no, it's not really dangerous. Just basically, Nixon was trying to kill off all the old Secret Service agents. And so were a couple other people because they had heard too much or seen too much. And the truth was they had. I mean, women being raped, all kinds of stuff. They had seen some really bad stuff between 1930 and 1960 and 1970. Like they were there around those psychopaths. So anyway, and that was all the part of the American Congress and the U.S. people, basically. They were there when these people were basically ordering the carpet bombing of cities, pretty much. So anyway, so Nixon to tie up loose ends, or other people to tie up loose ends, were having all the Secret Service agents killed in mysterious accidents. So anyway, and like I say, it was all because it was a lie. You know, he was basically a drug dealer and basically a really horrible person. Like I said, they had gone over to Germany and killed everybody in a hospital. If you trace Nixon back, you would find him in Germany and basically where at a hospital where basically a bunch of people were killed. And ironically, like I say, JFK, Nixon, and some other people had actually been held in that same hospital like 10 or 20 years before that, or 5 years before that, and been sedated for over a week or a month or something like that because they were psychopaths. Anyway, and we're back basically attacking some Chinese. Anyway, ask the Chinese about it. Ask the Russians about it. Ask some other people about it. And basically, yeah, JFK, Nixon, John McCain, they were psychopaths. They were crazy psychopaths. They'd kill anyone, and they did. Like that's the whole thing with Lee Harvey Oswald. That thing where basically that was just JFK. He was saying that he was going to be president or he's a great president, and basically he shot the there's always because I dedicated I said on on my boats because they're basically they're really high quality basically experimental boats, the PT boats, first of their kind, and at a cost of like $300,000 or some ridiculous cost. They were really expensive and really built, and we only built one at first, and then we built more. But basically, the PT boats, I paid for them all, and I mean they weren't really U.S. government PT boats. They were actually American or me PT boats, basically. Yeah, they're my personal ship boats, and I only had three of them at first. I didn't have that many. I mean, everything costs money, especially you have to pay people. So how are you going to pay them? Anyway, so I had three of them basically, and they're painted white, of course, because they're White Star boats. You know, way ahead of their time, and basically experimental boats, jet boats, pretty much, the first ones. Anyway, so basically they're and basically so on all my boats I had an engine guy and a driver, and then JFK was and they were basically stealing them. They were I said they could kind of use them, but what they were doing with them is they're actually taking them over to Japan or China or someplace. And basically, I don't know what a little boat would be doing that far away from where the dock was. The dock was all the way in Germany, so they had to go a long ways to get there, basically. And then they would basically go up into the little canals up in there, and there was a warehouse up in there where some Chinese were working, or something, or Asian people working, and then they were killing everybody at the dock, and then stealing a bunch of supplies and putting them on the PT boats and running them back to the ship or running them over to somewhere else. Anyway, at some point in time, they shoot the PT boat, and they say, "Oh, this is blah blah," and that was JFK. He got up into the big boat, and he used the cannon on the big boat to shoot the small boat, the PT boat, to sink it, with Lee Harvey Oswald still on board, and the engine guy, and the engine guy, and this was basically Nixon, JFK, your president. He was a psychopath from day one. He didn't care. They said he was laughing as he was shooting them from the cannon. They called it a Japanese boat, but it was one of my other boats. It was a White Star Line's boats. They're all white. Later on, to save money, I let them go ahead and paint them gray, and then they were trying to call them German because they were gray. Anyway, it was all JFK. It was all Nixon and Rodney Briley and some other people. They were twisting basically the United States. Well, it's not the United States, it's America. It's always been America. It's always been my country. So, they're just some military guys. And they were trying to do a coup d'état to basically steal away America from me. Except the only thing is, basically, I'm actually the epic creator. I'm Epic Lucifer Star. Not just an American president. They didn't understand that back then. So, anyway, that's what's going on here. I'm the creator of humanity and 12 other races. 12 other life form types. So, anyway, yeah. So that's what basically JFK Nixon was doing, and they were trying to kill me this whole entire time. They're just military people, just life forms. I'm Lucifer Star. The builder of the sun, builder of this galaxy, builder of the other galaxy coming at us, and builder of 800 others. That's why everything's all weird. So, and basically Rodney and a bunch of other people are basically, well, they thought it was easy street. I'm not just some rich owner of a house. I'm not just some rich owner of a company. I'm Lucifer, the Lucifer Star. Epic creator, and I go back to before they were stars. So, anyway, people will be spending their lifetimes basically trying to deny me, trying to kill me, trying to do whatever. Like I say, I've lived 100 trillion years. I don't really care. I was just on vacation.